We first heard of the human species from a distress call from our neighbouring galaxy. We received an HLST, hyper light speed transmission, from a group that call themselves the Yakunata. Or at least, that's what we've translated. Living in different galaxies has proven to show how vastly different our languages are, and communication is barely possible. Nevertheless, they were desperate to contact us. When they told us what the humans were doing, it shocked us to our very core. When first contact was made, it was by another species, the loim. They were the newest recruit to the Milky Way's own version of our ISG, interspecial government here on Andromeda. The loim had a god complex, like many late Type 2 civilizations. No matter, they had seen this phase in the species before. They would let them take over a section of the galaxy, kill off a few planets, and let them grow out of it in time. They spent several 100,000 years purging worlds and even trying to terraform worlds to the best of their abilities. They found a sadistic pleasure in wiping out primitive civilizations. When they stumbled onto the humans, they leaped at the opportunity. A civilization that wasn't galactic, but had already jumped planets. The humans had terraformed the nearest planets to make them livable. The loim thought this was the perfect target. Past their planet, but still primitive in the grand scale. Upon closer observations, the three planets were clearly at war with each other. The loim assumed that this would be easy. Tiny civilization at war with itself. They sent a small wing of their army to wipe out the humans. It didn't go well. The first strike nearly wiped out the farthest planet from the star, known as Mars. Nearly. Somehow, the humans fought back wildly. Not only that, the other planets joined forces to run the loim away. A species at war with itself just weeks ago bands together to defeat a new enemy. This behaviour has never been observed and caused panic within their government. The leaders deemed a species that will sacrifice its own victory to defeat a more powerful enemy too dangerous and ordered the extermination of the humans. Sending hundreds of warships to the system, hoping to eliminate them. The most powerful warships could only travel at a fraction of light speed, about 0.8%, and even the newer nuclear-powered vessels could only reach 3.8% light speed, with a quarter of the weaponry. The closest station was 52 light-years from the planet. It would take 6,500 years to get there. This didn't seem like a problem, as given the humans' weapons, they assumed they were millions of years ahead of the humans, given their planet was created shortly after the universe itself and long before Earth. They were mistaken. 1,108 years into a 6,500-year journey, and the main ship was hit by a beam of high-energy particles so powerful it ripped holes in the ship, killing much of the crew in the bridge. It took months to repair the bridge before the emergency airlocks could reopen for a new crew. 92 years later, another far more powerful hit came. Then, just 70 months later, the entire fleet was destroyed in a single shot. Now, here's what you need to know about the HLST technology. It uses gravitational waves to accelerate particles to ridiculous speeds. Normally, this caps us at the speed of light with normal particles, such protons and electrons. But massless particles like photons can achieve speeds so fast they can cross galactic distances in tiny amounts of time, and has made the ISG what it is today. It makes galactic communication possible, but also allows us to see faraway systems as they are, as it takes this light mere seconds to travel the distances. Not only did the Milky Way discover this tech, they have been using it to communicate to and from the fleet. Well, the humans heard these signals and figured out that they were travelling faster than light. They recreated this faster than light light and traced it back to the fleet. This confused the whole galaxy. When they heard a message from Earth, as to send these messages, you need a black hole or some other extremely massive object. The humans could not have possibly travelled to a black hole in that time. They didn't. They used their own tiny star. This was thought to be theoretically possible, but no living civilization had ever done it. It was clear now that the humans were advancing way faster than they could have thought. Back and forth between the humans and the Milky Way's ISG confirmed that the humans had declared war on the galaxy. Here is a rough translation of the most recent messages. Yakanata Leader. What did you do? How did you hit us from more than 40 light years away? Human Leader. That was merely a tiny explosive. You have declared war on the humans, and we will stop at nothing to destroy your wretched cult. You are a threat to this galaxy. Stand down. Really? Existing as a threat? No. A real threat is the several million kiloton bombs that will reach several of your worlds in a week. Laughter amongst the council. The nearest world is light years away, and it will take you several thousand years to send a moon-sized bomb to one of them. The human leader paused. How are you still limited by the speed of light? After this, the humans cut contact, and haven't been heard from since. After hearing this, we from Andromeda decided to look from here ourselves. We used our most powerful HLST telescopes to point to the Milky Way. Since we are practically looking at the Milky Way from the side, there is a noticeable delay from the light travelling from the close side than from the far side, about a day. We observed several tiny clumps radiating from the human world, all of them estimated to be only a few meters in diameter. So tiny that our equipment could barely observe it. The terrifying part is that we saw each object in several locations at once. By the time we realized that these were bombs traveling beyond the speed of light, the Yakanata stopped contacting us. We have been watching close for months, and we have seen the humans split off into several hundred fleets to sterilize the galaxy. We don't know why they have done this, but it appears they have wiped out the entire galaxy's government. There is nothing left that we know of. The ISG is terrified, trying to think if we should make contact with the humans, or if it might attract them to us, but whatever they choose won't matter. I operate the main HLST telescope, and have yet to report that every single ship in the galaxy turned towards the Andromeda galaxy, our galaxy, and began accelerating.